My baby daddy took the kids away legally. My baby daddy wants me to pay child support to him, and he's gonna chase me down for it. My baby daddy tried to get me jumped. My baby daddy apparently got somebody trying to role play me. And so much has happened since. And my poor son is struggling in his transition, and he says that he hates being black.
All of this with a black Coochie Matters shirt on. I wonder why you lost your kids, but let's continue.
And so much more. So this is gonna be a multiple part series, but I just thought those were the highlights that first came to mind. I wish my life was normal. Like, nothing happens normally. It's not like my baby daddy came with a fancy lawyer or anything like that. No, it's how trash my lawyer was. So how did I lose? So I made a Google Drive and I organized every piece of evidence.
So first of all, what we're seeing is a lot of unaccountability. First, the baby daddy is the issue. Now it's her lawyer's trash, and all these problems are happening to her. Poor little old her.
From the financial to the abuse, both physical and emotional. And I just organized so much. Then also how he's a shitty dad. I had all these different examples. Cool. So he was supposed to be prepping me beforehand. And the entire time that he could have been talking to me, prepping me, he was kikiing and laughing with my baby daddy about his career.
So wait a minute. Your lawyer is not focused on you. He's focused on your baby daddy in court, laughing and giggling and stuff.
That's unprofessional, unethical, and again, basis for a bar complaint as a victim of domestic violence, and it's actually on paper. 30 seconds before we get called to go inside, this lawyer goes, you know, things end like that sometimes. Hopefully the relationship was good.
You can't even scream right. What was that?
Can y'all envision like my panic when that man said that? Like, what do you mean? Like, I gave you a bunch of I'm like, it was an abusive relationship. He's like, I didn't know that. Fuck you mean you didn't know that? Fast forward to the trial itself. As you can imagine, none of my evidence was submitted. 75% of the trial was about my baby daddy's career, which I had given him enough financial proof. He didn't need to dwell on it that much. And I knew I was fucked when he was like, this isn't about child custody, it's about child support. Even the judge looked at him. And honestly, I could not control my body language. I'm definitely the type of person that if I stay quiet, my body does it, and it's just like. So you know how a lawyer's supposed to prep you, right? No idea his line of questioning. No idea. So when he asked me questions like, is he a good dad? Baby, I'm autistic. I cannot do this shit on the spot. I'm gonna tell you the truth. And no, I can't read the room. I'm not a read the room type of bitch. That's ableism. Like, come on, bitch.
Yeah, I can agree. You also can't read the dudes that you let clap your cheeks and have babies by also. You also can't read that. It's a lot of, reading is fundamental. You need to learn how to do that.
How was I supposed to know? I was supposed to say he's a good dad. I don't know the game plan. I just know the truth. Then I can't even speak. And he also doesn't counter any of the things that my baby daddy says, even though I write in the notes to him. For example, the judge asked valid questions, and I see how I looked given the lack of information. So it made me look money hungry. Little does she know that I was literally left in negatives. And how was I going to pay it? I had to do a lot of things. I've been selling goods, all these things, and I have a rent that I can't afford. I have medical bills from Cade's pregnancy that this man won't even pay for. So he did not bring up anything pertinent that I literally had proof of. And I literally have proof that this man is an ecstasy addict. Like nothing. The conditions of the home, nothing.
All of these bad things are happening. And I think that this lady's a liar, okay? I hate to say this, but you have all of this proof in today's age and you lose custody of your kids. Now, first of all, if the man is an ecstasy addict, why are you messing with him? Like, how did you let a dude that's addicted to that not give you one but two kids? Come on now. I don't believe a lot of the things that she's saying, because there's no way that you could have this proof, domestic violence and all that be on record, and then the kids still go to the dad.
The conditions of the home, nothing. Okay, fast forward. Why do the kids get taken away? 3 factors according to the judge. 1, distance. I am far from Cairo's school, even though I work 5 minutes the street away from his school, but whatever. My transportation issues, at that moment, my car wasn't fixed. It's fixed now, y'all. And then this one is gonna be my favorite one, just because it's so ironic. But again, she didn't have the information. She believed that he would foster a better relationship. She admitted she didn't have much to lean on and this was a difficult choice. However, based off of my tone, my matter-of-fact tone, and the fact that I couldn't even bring myself to say that he was a good parent, even though my lawyer was probing me. So yeah, that happened.
So basically, you live far away, you don't have no money, you're broke, and the judge doesn't think you're competent. Yeah, this is very easy. Before we go to part 2, make sure you subscribe, like, hit the bell. And guys, you better make sure of the women that y'all are getting pregnant and y'all are dealing with. This lady has lost it all, definitely. I have no idea how somebody would stay around and deal with all of this. This lady is problematic.
Part 2 of my kids got taken away. So as you can assume, everyone was in shock, but obviously if the judge didn't get all the information, such as life. I will tell you right now, at 6:07 p.m. is when the boys left with him. Yes, I will never forget. You know, there's just key moments in your life that you'll never forget. And like, y'all see like this house and stuff. Houses are a nuisance. I just spent all these years being a stay-at-home mom, like housewife type of vibes. This is really for my kids. Like the backyard right there, that was supposed to be for my kids. This was supposed to be, you know, he going to a bougie private school so his friends wouldn't be ashamed, blah, blah, blah. You know, from 6:07 p.m., I went in the backyard, blasted gospel, and like I journaled. And I just kept praying about it until I found some sort of solace, which was literally at 2 a.m.
Were you praying to God when you were having sex without being married? Did you pray then also? Like, why wasn't you married when you had your kids? Since you was blasting gospel. Or you wasn't blasting gospel then, you was blasting booty clapping sounds. But it's okay.
So my baby daddy does what the typical narcissist does, which is the smear campaign. I thought I had like made sure to protect myself from that.
First of all, this lady has hundreds of videos talking about the baby daddy all over TikTok. Every video, she has hundreds of videos smearing this guy.
But somehow he infiltrated the circle just a little bit. Out here lying, he called my friend, and my friend thought that he was actually well-intentioned. And was like, you know, Nelly, after what happened, I'm trying to talk to her. I want to give her more time. Mind you, I'm like, hey, can I get them every weekend instead of every other weekend? Because I never did that to you. I always let you see them every weekend. And of course, you know, he said no. You said no. So honestly, I broke down with my friend. Like, I still don't even know what he told her, because after that first sentence, I'm like, I don't want to hear it anymore. Because it was just like, that was like the last time I allowed that man to really hurt me. And I mean, now, I'm not gonna lie, I've finally gotten to a place where if my baby daddy says something, you know what? If you heard something, double it, bitch. I don't care. I really don't. Double it. I did that and then some. Now I'm back on social media because I want funds. My baby daddy want me to pay him child support, right?
So basically, if you see the screen here, the baby daddy who makes more money than her is getting $560 a month. She has to pay that. And basically, she makes $53,000 a year and he makes $400,000 a year, or $33,000 a month. Do you know that for a man to get child support and to get child custody, 2 kids, from a woman in any state, do you know how terrible of a mother that person must be? Do you know how incompetent that person has to be? Like, almost always women get custody. But if a man takes the kids, you have to be damn near the worst mom ever. I mean, you just have to be.
This is where your money will be coming from, because I don't got it. So next day, spoke to my boss and was like, I need a couple days off, but I'll make sure that everybody good. My boss was God sent, said, I will handle that. You know, that is one of the worst things that could happen to somebody. Take the whole week off. So that was Tuesday. I didn't come back in office till next Tuesday, and I needed that. That's the stillness that I needed, and I just sat there until I accepted it. I believe everything happens for a reason, especially shit like this that's very odd. I believe that I needed this. I needed this break because I had a traumatic childhood. Then I had an abusive relationship, and then I had the kids, and I was trying to overcompensate for my childhood and because of how I felt about myself.
See, all these problems, blaming everybody for their issues. A lot of folks got traumatic childhoods. A lot of people have problems. It's your job to overcome this. And I'm telling you, she's a good looking lady, right? A lot of you dudes will come in here in somebody's life and feel like you got to organize or help people out, help them get their stuff together. And I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen when you do that. They're going to drag your ass right along down with them, and you will not be able to stop the pain and embarrassment. And then you're going to be investing all your time into fixing their stuff. And pretty much, they're probably going to leave you anyway. So if they don't have their stuff together, I mean, the core parts, like, not suffering from any kind of traumatic experience, you got to get them out of there, man.
With the kids, so I haven't really lived for myself ever. And God didn't take me this far. All the things that I've gone through and accomplished, and just for nothing.
What did you accomplish?
I'm not meant to just be the angry mom. So it's fine. You want them, you got them. Now in part 3, I'm going to talk about how me and my baby daddy have been doing. After I made peace with it, spoke to God thoroughly, over and over again, right? I'm like, I'm just gonna ignore him. Slight remarks, I just ignored. I just let him be, and I gave him very lawyerish answers. Just need some time for me. But then, after 5 weeks, I forgot that I have a baby mama and not a baby daddy. I don't know what happened to him on week 5, but he was on one. Oh shit, bitch. I rambled, so let's get straight to the point of what my baby daddy has done since week 5. He threatened my lease when I was trying to move because I used my order of protection and evidence that his little side bitch sent me of him trying to pay her and her friends to jump me. He called me a liar because I obviously didn't show him the proof, and said that he'd report me to my landlord and show no mercy. In the fall season, at the beginning of the school year, he accuses me of giving Cade strep because of my poor choices. Okay, next. For some odd reason, he's in communication with my lawyer, yet my lawyer won't answer any of my questions. So when the order was signed, he pulled up with my strep throat 1-year-old child to the Marietta court to get an official copy to show me and brag and call me a little girl and laugh and say he's gonna chase me down for child support of $500-something. For context, the court deemed that he makes $33,000 a month. I make $53,000 a year. I can't afford no 500-something, period. He let me see the kids one day out the week, every week, and I wanted my day to be Sunday because I wanted to build that church relationship with him. And since my son is saying he doesn't like being black, I wanted him to join a club since he has taken him out all of his extracurriculars and therapy.
Dusty blaming and just Dusty, period. All right. Now, like I said, this lady is in a terrible situation, just struggling. And again, this is what you go through, trying to basically get these chicks, some of them, a leg up, trying to help them. They have traumatic experiences and all this other stuff. And you end up with them getting pregnant. Then you find out certain things about them that's not, good. You go through this. Be careful. Stay out of people's cheeks. You don't want to end up with somebody like her. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson, back with another episode of Fair Use. I'm out.